Hello, everyone, and welcome to VizRT Tuesday Tutorials. My name is Richard Evans. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, back from NAB here in the studio. It was nice to see you all in Vegas, but today we're going to dive further into the latest update to the TriCaster, improving Zoom remote calls that can easily embed directly into your show. So last time I showed you how to bring in calls, but this time I want to show you what it looks like on the return side of things to your callers so they can interact with your show. Simple but powerful. So let me show you how it's done, son. Okay, so I have my TriCaster interface up and running, and then I also have my TriCaster multi-viewer up and running as well so that you can see what I'm doing on the Zoom side. All right, so you see that I already have a call coming in. We're going to leave it the way that is. So I have my 4 different callers here, and then my TriCaster return feed here in the middle. So I'm going to leave that up just so you can see as I populate these calls that those different sections of my 4-box will start to populate. Okay, so let's move over to the interface here. So again, what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll bring in these sources one by one. So we'll go to input number 1, go to local source, and if I go down to Zoom, all right, we'll bring in caller number 2. We don't want to bring in caller number 1 because that's me. So we'll bring in there. And then we'll just go down the list and start bringing everybody in. Number 5, boom. Now we have everybody coming into our system. All right, now you'll see right now that I have my different audio sources coming through. Everybody has their own individual audio source. So if you see down here at the bottom, when input number 4 is speaking, all right, we'll have that follow video. That just automatically gets routed that way. Okay, so that's how, again, how to set up these calls, bring it in, which I've shown in a previous video. But now I want to show you what your return caller is going to be seeing. All right, so to do that, we'll open up our setup for the output. And basically what we look down here is going to be app return, okay? So currently I have it set up to be mix number 1, for example. So anything that I do on my main switcher here on my program row is going to correspond to that. But if I wanted to, I could say, let's make this particular mix something completely different. I can make it program clean so that they're not getting lower thirds and different bugs back, etc. Or the preview, or a specific media player, or if you want to just have it locked off onto a particular shot. It's up to you how you want to do this. So, but like if you don't want to see people switching, you can just say, all right, I want to just show this mix effect so that when I'm switching my show, they're not getting, different, strobing effects of when they're cutting back and forth between your different callers. But so that's kind of how that works. So whatever you have your mix assigned to, you can do either mix 1 through 8. And that will be the return video going back to your callers. Okay, now a big one. This one's awesome because this one is going to be handled by Zoom itself. So one of the big things with doing remote calls is going to be about audio mix minus, meaning that if you had, let's say we had all of these callers coming in and just one pipeline of audio coming back. What that would mean is that caller who is on the phone is also going to be able to hear themselves, which can get distracting, especially if there's some delay, etc. So it might have their voice echoing or something like that. So a mix minus, that allows you to send back all of the audio to a specific caller minus their own audio so that they're not hearing themselves in their ear, okay? Now, there are some ways of setting up an audio mix minus, but the awesome thing is with these new updates to Live Call Connect and Zoom integration, we made that super duper easy, okay? So down here on app return, under the audio section, if I click on that, get master, and then you go to outputs, now you'll see here at the bottom that there is a checkbox in there for mix minus. So that basically routes that audio over to Zoom, and Zoom handles the distribution of the audio side of things. So you don't have to do anything. This makes it super simple. So now your return caller will be able to hear everybody and then everything within the TriCaster that you send out via like music or a playback clip on DDR, etc. But they won't hear themselves and not get distracted. So that is awesome. Now, let's Let's go ahead and close that. And there is one little thing in here that I want to show you within Zoom that is a game changer as well. All right. So you'll see everything in here pretty much good to go. So what I want to show you next is the different settings on the audio side. Okay. So because typically Zoom is meant for, doing remote calls like this. So by default, it's set up to where it has it's trying to listen for voices. So it will start to filter out different background noises and things like that. So if you start to play a clip like in your DDR that has music involved in it, that might be a little bit lower, Zoom will try to cancel that out. So I'm going to show you how to get around that. Okay, so let's go into our settings. I'm going to go to audio and click on audio settings. Now within here, you have a bunch of different ways to configure your audio sources coming back and levels, yada yada yada. But what I want to show you here is if you're playing some clips back with music and you want your audience, your callers to hear it, what you'll need to do is make sure that you go down to this option, original sound for musicians, and turn on high fidelity music mode. All right. Let's leave echo cancellation off and stereo audio off as well. And once you do that, to make sure that there it is. So up here at the top, you'll see now it says original sound for musicians is on, and you can toggle that on and off simply by clicking on this menu up here at the top. Cool. And it will let you know. Ta-da. So that way, if you do have some clips in there that have audio sources like music that are a little bit lower, then Zoom, like I said, will just try to focus on voices. So if you want to turn that off, just click on that little setting and that will get you up and running. But after that, you're pretty much good to go. So now we have this call coming through. They can see all their stuff and not hearing themselves in their own audio mix. And they can hear all the music and all the different clips that you have in there with no strings attached. So pretty awesome stuff. Highly recommend updating your TriCaster to get this update for bringing in Zoom calls. This is amazing. I'm loving it. We're using it all the time now. And of course, play around with it and have some fun. There you have it, another awesome way to bring in your remote Zoom callers into TriCaster. Now, for more tutorial videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to the VizRT YouTube channel at youtube.com/VizRTofficial. And for formalized VizRT product training, sign up for Viz University, available at vizrt.com/community/viz-university. And you can find even more information about VizRT products and services by contacting your local VizRT partner, or you can check out our awesome website, vizrt.com. And if you're posting your work on social media using VizRT products, please tag us using the hashtags VizRT, TriCaster, or Vision with a Z. We love seeing all the awesome work you are working on. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of VizRT Tuesday Tutorials.